everybody, and welcome to the Geeky Puppet Show. Today, for what? For Resident Alien, Episode 8, Homecoming, the Season 3 finale.
Yeah.
And joining me, as always, is Froggy.
Yeah, ready? And there is this one thing I gotta do.
What's that?
Hold on. And it is loading. And now. Now it's official.
No, it's official. We're here.
Welcome to Episode 8, Homecoming. Yes, Spider-Man is here.
Countdown.
Oh, wait, he's not here. Oh, I thought we were reviewing the Homecoming, the movie. Oh, anyway.
There's your Spider-Man.
He's a masked menace, but charming, but still a masked menace.
Always.
He likes cake, too. Anyway, yes, this is a season finale. Season 3 finale. Episode 8, Homecoming. Very, very excited to talk about this. A lot of stuff happens here. Even people become puppets. It's crazy. The Greys versus Harry versus Asta versus Terry Quinn's son. I forget what his name is, but he's on the ship. And Bridget as well, who's there. Yes, it is an epic battle in space on the Grey spaceship. And just exciting stuff happening in this whole episode. So without further ado, I'll hand it over to my sidekick over there, my young friend.
Well, let's go ahead and start with the basics. Darcy trying to run a bomb to the Greys headquarters. This leads Harry into believing that Jonathan took it. Jonathan, the half Grey, half human. Joseph, my bad. Both names start with J.
Wow.
They at Publix.
Everyone with J looks alike. You racist.
That's right. Namist. We get technical here. But yes. That leads to a little bit of confusion. But you know what goes ahead and clears out the confusion? When Joseph actually shows up and says, wait, bomb? I didn't steal a bomb. Because he didn't. It was Darcy.
Yes, but he wants to know what the formula is, remember? He said, don't say ice cream, because they'll definitely know you're lying.
The Krabby Patty's secret formula.
Yes. So basically, him and Harry have a conversation. He says, and it's revealed that the formula is actually, he tells Joseph that it's a formula to adapt the Earth's gravity so it only suits the Greys. Meaning not humans whatsoever. So he said he kind of knew something was up. So he basically is convinced by Harry to work with them in exchange for a date with Asta. Which Asta basically is caught off guard by this, but Harry insists, yep, she'll date you if you can help us. Right. So he basically takes him over. They go to using his portal thingy. They go to the site, the Yellowstone, and Asta was supposed to stay behind, but she jumped ahead. Like I knew she would because she's a 12-year-old girl with her. She will not listen to reason. So because Darcy's missing, because she wants to find Darcy's, and so basically they go there and
you know where Darcy is?
On the spaceship because she's an idiot
and got captured.
And with the bomb too.
They took the bomb. Yep.
So basically, they think of everything she's down in the mine, but it turns out she's not in the mine because she went for the spaceship. Harry basically has Joseph basically telling him, "Hey, I need you to basically go handle this. Go grab my ball and stop the water." Which Joseph does. He turns it into sand. Meanwhile, Harry basically chases after Asta, who basically stole a portal. It looks like the car remote for your car, and beeps it, and she goes to the spaceship, only for her to get captured by the Greys and put in a cell next to Darcy. There, they come across another person or another alien who is cloaked in a cloak he looks like Darth Sidious, the Emperor. Sorry, whatever his name is. and from Star Wars.
No, you're right. No,
Yeah.
you got it right.
Whoa. And they say I never studied. Ha! Anyway, no. It turns out this dude is like a mantis guy, and he basically bites. He can shapeshift, make himself look like anybody he wants to, and then he bites your head off and eats you.
Like a man.
Like a mantis. So he basically wants to get free and stuff, and Harry shows up. Harry basically when he shows on the portal, two gray aliens come confront him, and he basically just throws one up into the ceiling, the other one onto the wall, in which he pretty much just murders them. At that point, he finds Asta, gets her out of the cell, and same with Darcy. They go back. This is where they're about to leave. They run into Terry Quinn's son in this, and it's basically Harry. It's kind of that he was basically like, "Wait, I was on here." And Harry's like, oh, I sent you a text. Yeah, definitely. The other episode, he keeps trying to convince the guy. He's like, yeah, my son, cause this is your brother, this is your sister, Bridget, and all that stuff. And just kind of see a face. Anyway, so their plan is to basically to get the bomb, blow it up, and then get off the ship. Well, the problem is but the problem is that the portal, it won't work because when the aliens discover them, set off the alarm, so it disables any portals going out of the ship. But there's another way. They gotta go take the escape pod and leave. And Harry basically tells Asta to leave behind. Him and Bridget are gonna go kick some ass. There's some puppetry done with and probing with the gray aliens by Harry and his daughter, and our son. Bridget's still exploring her gender or his gender, and so. You see a pup. You basically hear all this noise. Like, oh, look, I'm gonna, what I'm doing with you, I'm gonna stick my hand up there. So you're like one of those puppeteers, like it should be on the public broadcasting system, and like you see a gray alien.
You know what? I was very offended by that joke.
Gray alien, you see him climbing out. He's like, and then gets pulled. Like he's like, no. And then the little baby Bridget runs out with a leg in his mouth. So after that, they say leave until they they part away from Astra and them. Yeah, that's again go follows the Terry Quinn's son to the pod, but Darcy gets distracted because she sees Kate. Because meanwhile, while this is going on, Kate had a talk with her husband Ben, and they both came clean, but they're abducted by aliens. Ben basically had the other town doctor, got them to remove the chip, but she said no. I'm gonna leave my chip. That's the closest I've ever get to my daughter. He's like, you've been abused for 30 years, and so now. She's on the ship. She's got a shiv. She's going to find her baby. Darcy helps her. And they come across this giant, basic room with thousands of babies inside, like basically little black what do they call them? When you go into like the delivery room at the hospital, the newborns, they're all in there, and
they have these screens at the end, and they're looking, trying to avoid the grays as they're grabbing babies and taking it to mommies, and they eventually do find the baby, but that's when the grays come in and they sweep down. Oh crap! You just said her name, Kate. They just
get swarmed, and they throw her back. Basically, throw her back home. They put a thing around her neck and throw her back home, so that she'll.
So they actually learned that this base that they thought was just a spaceship.
Well, hold on. So the plot is still to bomb this thing, and there's no one tells. Darcy gets in the ship with the baby, the pod ship, and all. Harry's already in there, and the thing is like, well, I'm thinking, Darcy, why don't you say something? There's thousands of babies in there. They're gonna blow it up the base. So I was a little disturbed by this. So they fly out in the basically a little Millennium Falcon. And this go ahead.
Harry's there with Asta, and Terry Quinn's son basically says, my dad's not down there. I'm going to stay here. Bye-bye. So actually, that's the segue. You take the segue.
Yeah, so the fact that Harry does not have Bridget with him, and they're led to believe that Bridget didn't make it, is kind of disturbing.
No, not that. I said Terry Quinn's son.
Well, I forgot what Terry Quinn's son. I was looking up something. Sorry.
Alien Hunter's son.
the alien the alien tracker. So I don't know what his name is.
Okay.
I'm lost.
I'm saying that he says that he's going to stay behind.
Oh yeah, sacrifice himself to keep them busy. Yeah,
Because his dad's not down there anymore and he has no reason to go down.
Yeah, and I already said that they left in the ship. That's why I was confused why you're going back. Yes, and it turned when they left out of the ship, they were being fired upon. But it also turns behind them that they weren't in a spaceship. They were inside the moon. The moon is a giant alien gray base, and they make it. Basically, Harry says we make it in Earth's orbit. The Greys will not be able to survive, and probably, and so yeah, they end up getting back. Meanwhile, down in the woods, Big Black and Liv, basically the deputy, they got Big Black's bulldog, and they're looking for Joseph, trying to track him and stuff. And then they come across Big Black's ex-girlfriend, who's also the town sheriff, and the other town, the JJ's town, and they kind of move together and they kind of make up. So we find out that later on that they're actually after they're dating. Everyone, Perry and Asta are basically in the diner talking to her dad, and because Harry saved Asta's dad, he announces that everybody Harry gets free pie, and Asta says, "Well, technically he doesn't pay for it anyway. He never has." He's like, "It's just a gesture," says her dad. Ben and Kate are kind of like in their back, in their room, in their house. They basically are like, she doesn't remember anything, but Ben knows that they're all abducted, but she doesn't remember being abducted, or she remembers everything up to the point where we're on the ship to go look for a baby.
So she knows her baby is supposed to be up there.
Yeah, yes. The other thing we kind of glossed over was Max. So, because when they're trying to look for they thought, because they have little microchips, and they thought maybe Max had a microchip in it, and it just killed because Max knows all about the aliens, but they don't know that yet. Still, I wonder if they'll ever figure out that their son can see Harry's true form and all that stuff, because they still don't know that Harry's an alien. But anyway, yeah. So Big Black's meeting up with his girlfriend. And then he gets a call at the old school saying that the people are blowing up stuff, bombs or fireworks. So he goes over there, finds pieces of what probably is left of Harry's ship. They escaped on, like a spaceship, and then he goes to school, and something runs toward him in the dark, and he knee-jerks reaction and punches it, knocks it out, and shines the light on. It's a gray So now he believes. Now he has proof there's an alien there. We see General McAllister, aka Linda Hamilton. She has the portal remote
because she got it from Joseph. Joseph went back down to Earth, and that's when
Joseph never was. Joseph was on Earth. He left the mine.
You're right. He didn't go up there.
He didn't go up there. But yeah, Joseph left the mine, and he runs into RoboCop.
Yeah. Turns out the U.S. government went ahead and used the alien tracker's body to go ahead and make RoboCop. However, during this RoboCop attacking Joseph, memories start triggering.
Because that's when he sees, as soon as he sees Joseph, he remembers his wife being abducted, filling up the baby taken away, his son, everything, Joseph killing people, shooting him, and all this stuff. So triggers, he gets his memory back, and McAllister learns that she can't control him, and they basically want him terminated.
But he's gone. He runs away. And
with some great Supergirl CG, he jumps on a Jeep and leaps away.
Yeah, it wasn't great CGI, but it's forgivable.
But yes, so he's gone. He eventually does in the end. He ends up, Liv gets a note talking to meet someone in the park and the woods, and it turns out it's Terry, and Terry basically wants to, like, where's my son?
Where's my boy?
Yes, and so one last thing. So Sahar takes Max over to see Harry. He says, you haven't been the same since you guys stopped, being friends. You need to go make it up. So Harry answers the door. After Sarah knocks on it, you see Harry, see how he looks, and then she pulls Max aside. He's like, "No, look at him. Harry's got something to say to you." And then as soon as he sees Harry, he screams, and then it's revealed because he can see aliens. It's the praying mantis dude.
Yep.
Opposing Harry.
The praying mantis is on Earth now. Harry is
Harry's
locked away on the ship
with Bridget.
And says that this is some bullshit.
Yeah, so there was some minor things, as far as we see what's her name? Darcy basically arrives on the doorstep of Ben and Kate's place, knocks on the door with the baby in her hand. So they're gonna get their baby back. Jenna McAllister uses a portal. She's now, as far as we were led to believe, she could be anywhere. She could be on the moon base with Harry and Bridget there. We don't know if she gets captured or whatever, but we know she sees up through a portal. Or she could be over by Yellowstone. We don't know where the portal, but imagine the portal does go straight to the ship, nowhere else, unless you program it. And so maybe she's gonna help free Harry and Bridget. We also got the alien tracker's son, Terry Quinn, played by Terry Quinn, his son here in the screen. He's in a jumpsuit. We don't know what happened to him. Was he working with the Greys? Obviously, we saw him doing something with the Greys. We don't know if he's actually on our side or if he's on the Grey side. And
We're right, Frog.
Yeah. Will Asta actually? What's that?
You were right, Frog. There is going to be one more season.
Yeah, final season, I believe.
Yeah. But you know what? This really is a good show. This was a good finale. It leaves you wanting more just to finish it up. I hope it ends well. But we're going to be waiting a little while for the next season, I guess.
I guess you could say all's that ends well. All's that well ends well?
Not yet. We don't have
I don't know. But I mean, I'm curious to see what the final season now that they got the because what's her name Kate still has a thing in her neck, chip in her neck.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see because the Greys are still in operation, but their thing is thwarted right now. They're basically not doing it. They're not able to, blow up the Earth.
And will Asta recognize that that's not Harry?
Yeah, will she? The world may never know. Until next season.
Probably not. I mean, there's anything else we're forgetting? I feel there's something we're forgetting too. But Max has got lice.
That sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. You get a nasty case of lice, which is disturbing. Sahar, you better get yourself checked.
Season 4 is not confirmed yet, so we have to hold out hope that we get a season 4. I hope so, because they got to finish this up. Because if it ends on this cliffhanger, we're not going to be happy. Don't do this to us, sci-fi. We see you when you're sleeping. We know you're awake.
Sci-fi is a bitch, and they know it because they, in the sense, they like to cancel their best shows and put up crappy shows, like Reginald the Vampire getting a second season.
Well, this got 3 seasons, to be fair.
Yeah. Farscape was supposed to come back for 5 seasons, and then it canceled it at 4. The Expanse was kicked off because they whined because they weren't getting any streaming revenue. Because so the Amazon picked it up and gave The Expanse a nice proper ending, or at least a send off.
So let's hope that this ends well. One more season, that's all we need. We'll wrap it up, and Alan Tudyk will finish this series, and you know what? It'll be more successful than Firefly. But we want to ask you.
Well, I mean, it went for 2 seasons.
Okay, yeah, you're right. It's already beat it. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Are you watching Resident Alien? No? What's wrong with you? Go watch Resident Alien. Give them
It's available for streaming right now on Netflix, the first 2 seasons.
So go watch it. What are you waiting for? It's your time. If you don't, this is some bullshit. But that is
major bullshit. Major Tom.
Ground control to Major Tom. Bullshit. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you're watching this show. It's worth the watch, honestly. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Remember, only you can start forest fires.
Don't start forest fires.
Do it and